Making mistakes hurt, especially as an artist. Every day I wish I was a better artist, my skills immaculate, my color mixing impeccable, my proportions accurate, and so on and so forth. It's been about 3 years now since I've dedicated to being a serious artist, and I make errors even to this very day. And I probably will be making mistakes for a very long time. If you're new here, my name is Ren. I am a self-taught artist based in Reading, Pennsylvania. I have a passion for color, rhythms, textures, and anything impressionism and abstraction. So today I'm going to share with you 3 of the mistakes that I have made as an artist. I could actually write about 100 different mistakes about what I've done wrong as an artist, but I'm only going to share you 3. I'm also going to share with you the things that I am most proud of as an artist, and I truly believe that my mistakes have been a stepping stone towards achieving what I otherwise wouldn't have achieved. Mistake number 1, not starting earlier. I've always been passionate about art. Like I said, I love colors, textures, abstract painting, and impressionism. I love going to the museums, studying art, especially art history. And several people actually told me to pursue art. A lot of my teachers did, a lot of my friends did, but I just never thought it would be like a valid thing to pursue. I honestly thought it was pointless. There were other things more noble and admirable to pursue. I just never thought that being an artist, you'd actually be giving value. Someone also told me that artists don't make money, they starve. And even to this very day, people still say that, which I only realize now that is completely false, founded on ignorance, and completely untrue. There are so many artists living today that are making a beautiful and amazing art and making an impact through their art while also making a living. It is completely possible. Yes, it's difficult. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of patience, dedication, learning, and a continued learning, and that's how you grow and that's how you succeed as an artist. So I only really started taking art seriously 3 years ago when the pandemic hit. So I just kind of let maybe about 8 years of not really pursuing art, not really mastering, learning. And if I had been putting in work, putting in the effort, and pursuing my art, I probably would be in a better skill set and be more established with my art. So I do regret that. So what I'm doing now to kind of fix that is I've been taking courses. I set myself a deadline to make 1 painting a week, or a masterpiece, like 1 masterpiece, and also drawing every day, even small sketches. I also been aiming to listen to 1 audiobook about art or marketing or productivity a week. That way I could learn and that way I could grow. If I let my mistake of not pursuing art stay a mistake, I never would have been able to create amazing and beautiful things that I'm completely proud of. So if you have a passion and desire for art, I urge you to pursue it. Second mistake that I made as an artist is stopping my Etsy shop when I opened my own website. I started my Etsy shop 2020 and I had some decent success on it. I've made over $2,000 in several months just selling prints. It was actually great. It paid for the printer that I invested in, the inks, and I made a connection with different people all over the world. But at the same time, I was working on creating my own Squarespace because I wanted to have my own website where I could post my portfolio, my prints, write my own blog, and I could design it to a way that I want. And I honestly thought that once I went live with my website, all of my followers on Etsy or customers on Etsy would just flock over to the new website that I had put up. But they never did. Eventually, I stopped putting an effort into Etsy. I stopped cultivating it to eventually to a point that no one bought anything from my Etsy. And the momentum that I had was gone. So what I learned from this thing, at least for me, it was very important to cast a wide net with your art. The more people seeing your art, the better chances you are of making a sale and connecting with people. If you have a momentum going with, working towards a goal, keep it rolling. It is so much harder to start again. So what I did was I restarted my Etsy shop a few weeks ago, and I have 2 sales right now. It was my mom. So thank you, Mom, for buying prints for me. So third thing that I regret as an artist is being inconsistent and not creating a system. So being an artist, you're not only just creating wonderful, intriguing, amazing masterpieces, you're also handling budget, marketing, social media, branding, cleaning your studio. The list goes on and on and on. All those things you have to do can really overwhelm you. At least for me, it really did, to the point of being paralyzed about all the things that I have to do. I just look at my to-do list and it's just like, I don't want to do this. I'm really trying to be more resilient and more productive. To this very day, I remain a very distracted and inconsistent artist. Maybe someday I'll be better, but so I'm sorry, I don't have any advice for you for that. But I do give myself credit for continuing and going with my art journey, regardless of how slow and inconsistent my pace is. So on to the fun stuff. I'm also going to share the wins that I've had on my art journey, and I truly believe that this was all possible if it wasn't for the mistakes that I've made. First win I'm going to share with you is winning a Best in Landscape award at a recent exhibit earlier this year in May 2023. When I painted this painting, I literally poured my heart, my soul, and my time in this 36 by 36 painting. I wanted to capture the endless field of Blue Marsh Lake in Berks County, Pennsylvania, the movement of the clouds, the interplay of light and the shadows with clarity and so many different brush strokes as well as textures. I won Best in Landscape. It gave me so much validation that what I've been working towards, all the mistakes that I have, create a much better painting than I could possibly have. Second thing I am most proud of as an artist is a new hospital bought 8 of my prints to have in their permanent collection. This was so exciting for me. I never had an organization buy my artwork for me. Hospitals are scary, so it was great knowing that my art could provide some source of comfort, distraction, healing in a place where, in a place where it's so needed. So for that, I will always be proud. So last but not the least, third thing that I'm most proud of as an artist is selling my art in an art festival. So I sold my art in an art festival in West Reading, Pennsylvania. It was my very first art festival, and I made over $5,000 in one day. I was astounded. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, this is actually happening. This is actually something that I've wanted to do, and it was a successful day. So not only that, I also made so many connections. I had over 200 people sign up for my mailing list. I made friends with my festival neighbors, and I also recovered the cost of my equipment, of my tents, my art panels, and I learned what to do and what not to do moving forward. And I have stories like this to tell now. I can share my experience with you. It's a lot of work, but I highly recommend you to do an art festival if you're an artist. It is worth the investment. And the learning, the firsthand knowledge that you would have is just, it's priceless, basically. So yeah, that's it for my video. I hope, you learned from my mistakes, and I hope that you are inspired by the things that I've shared with you. If you're in your mistake era, just keep going. Have faith, believe in yourself, learn from your mistakes, do something about it. I also hope that you come back a stronger, more resilient, more successful, more focused artist, person, or whatever it is you're trying to be, I am rooting for you. If you're working towards a goal, I invite you to share your failures, what you've learned, and share your successes, and let's celebrate and we can learn from each other. Please consider a follow if you really like my video. I would really love to have you in my art journey. Thank you again for watching, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a beautiful day.